will always prefer a steak over broccoli, do you know what I mean? Hello guys, Muscle Mama Sophie back here. I know it's been a hot minute. Apologies for that. I don't want to just come on a ramble for the sake of rambling, so I thought, well, I'll wait till I've kind of got something to ramble about. And I guess new year, yeah, new set of ramblings, why not? I thought I'd come on because I don't know if it's the same for other people, but when everyone's like, oh, you know, New Year's resolutions, what are you doing? And I don't actually think I have any this year. I just feel like I just want to be happier in my own skin, whether that's, you know, like losing weight, dressing trendy, just feeling more confident. So I feel like that is going to be my New Year's resolution, is to just feel happier in my own skin. And I kind of wanted to hop on here because I thought there's probably a lot of people who are feeling the pressure of, especially like socially, of, you know, you've got to have a New Year's resolution and what are you going to do? And because it's normally the case of everyone kind of hops on the diet bandwagon, gets into the fitness, sets really high expectations, fails in the first month. Because I used to do that, do you know what I mean? It'd be, right, I want to lose, you know, 2 stone in the first month. I'm going to cut this out, cut that out, and I'm just going to eat this. And it's unrealistic, it's unsustainable. And then I fail. And that's what it's been like for fucking years. And I just thought this year, I'm not going to set that. I'm just going to, like, I don't know if you remember from previous videos, I'm not kind of tracking anymore. I'm kind of eating intuitively, if that's the right word. I'm just not taking the piss. Still predominantly animal based. Will always prefer a steak over broccoli, do you know what I mean? And I'm just kind of eating that way because I think I don't want to be tracking everything for the rest of my life. And in order for me to lose my weight and keep it off, I've got to obviously continue the way I do it. And I feel like that's why I've kind of put on a bit of weight since when I did, you know, since I lost it in the previous year, doing the strict carnivore, well, strictish. And I think I've kind of put some of that back on. Through obviously nobody's fault, do you know what I mean? My fault, overate. Well, again, wasn't tracking, wasn't really thinking and just kind of doing what I wanted. Whereas now I'm like, I don't want to be sticking everything in an app because for me personally, that's not sustainable. I know Jonathan does it, and he absolutely loves it. He doesn't care doing it, and he's done it for God knows how many years. I'm not into that. Like when I lost weight in 2020 and I wrote everything down, like fucking teaspoon of sauce, do you know what I mean? And it's just, it took me half an hour just to plate up my fucking dinner because I had to write everything down, measure it all out, do some maths at the same time. And I was like, I just want to fucking eat. So now, and obviously, like, I know there's the app, but because the app, the Chronometer app, which is, I know me and Jonathan think it's the best app. I think it's kind of American, so obviously it doesn't always have everything that we've got. And I'm not very good at going, oh, well, that's similar to that, so I'll just do that instead. Whereas Jonathan is really good at that. And I just thought, I then got to the point that I was like, well, if it's not in the app, I can't have it because I don't know what it could be. And I was like, I'm not living my life by an app. So now I'm not tracking anything. I'm not taking the piss. I obviously still prioritise meat. Kind of listen to my body. If I'm not hungry, I won't eat. Or if I'm, you know, slightly peckish, I'll have a small dinner. I won't have like 3 massive meals or anything like that. It will kind of be what I'm fancying at the time. And I've now got myself a walking pad, which is just here. I was going to walk and talk, but it's noisier than I thought. And I don't have any microphones. And Jonathan said I could use his, but I don't quite know what I'm doing. And I really don't want to break it without him here watching me set it up. So I'm just standing on it for now. And then I'm going to go on it when I'm off this video. So yeah, summing up, told you, rambling. This is why I don't come on these videos often, because I just fucking ramble. So summing up is like, eating wise, I'm not taking the piss. I'm not cutting anything out. Like if I want, like I will still be predominantly animal based. Like I will still obviously prioritize that, and I will try and keep the carbs to a low, and stuff like that. And it's, if I want something, I'll have it. I will just have like a smaller amount of it. So like, randomly I've been kind of wanting like a bacon sausage sandwich kind of thing. I used to love that for breakfast. bacon, sausage, egg. So I'd have one piece of bacon, one sausage and one egg, and I'd put it inside one piece of bread instead of two. So then I'm still having that bread, but I've obviously just half the amount. And then that will be my bread for the day kind of thing. I won't then have another piece just because I've only had one. And if I've then had bread for breakfast, I then won't have it like potato or anything like that for dinner. And it's the same with like the sweet stuff. Like I have a massive sweet tooth, and I've, previously I've had binge eating tendencies, hence how I got to 150 kilos. So for me, cutting out sweet completely will end up leading to a binge, because it has done that. When I was like stricter carnivore and I was doing that and I wasn't having the sweet stuff, it did lead to a binge. Okay, the binge wasn't as bad as what it used to be like 3-4 years ago, but it still happens, and obviously I don't want it to keep happening. So for my brain and how I know that my head works, I have to have that little bit when I want it, and then I won't then go, well, fuck it, I'll just then have the whole pack kind of thing. I can have that little bit, I'm satisfied, I'm fine. Whereas if I go, right, nope, you're not having it, my brain is like a toddler, and it's like, well, you said I can't have it, so I'm gonna have it, and then I'm gonna take the piss. It's trying to teach the brain new tricks, do you know what I mean? And as we know, trying to teach a dog new tricks, difficult. Same with humans. You have to kind of relearn, rethink, and basically undo everything that you've learned before, which is hard. Especially as an adult in kind of nowadays, where a lot of adults are stuck in their ways because it's just what they're used to. And obviously, like I said, I've got the walking pad that I'm currently stood on. So I am now doing that in the evening. For the last 2 nights, I've done it for about 45-50 minutes. I'm trying to get to 10k steps a day minimum. Obviously, if I go out for a walk, perfect. I'll still do a little bit of it. I think I'll do a minimum 15-20 minutes on it every day. Because then it keeps me in the habit of getting on it and getting it out and getting it on. Whether I do 15-20 minutes or an hour, I just I put it in my living room. I've got my TV in front of me. I have to turn the TV up louder now that I know it's a lot noisier than I thought. And I just simply walk on it and watch my program. And then that's, I up the speeds. I'll start 15-20 minutes. If I'm doing a full 45 minutes to an hour kind of thing, I'll do 15-20 minutes at a lower speed, and then I up it after about 15-20 to slightly higher, and then I do a 10-minute as fast pace as I can without falling off, and then obviously come back down again. So I'm kind of doing that to get back into it, because I found that when I'd lost my weight before, I found I had a cross trainer, I had an elliptical in my flat, and that, because it was a physical machine in my bloody property, it really helped to keep me productive. Hence why I got this walking pad. I don't have space for a bike or anything like that. Whereas I've got space for this, because it can, if you have a high enough sofa, it can go under the sofa. But mine just goes up in that, in that little section there. So I find that I'm more productive when I've got that. So that's kind of it. That's kind of the rambling. I just kind of wanted to hop on to kind of reassure of, don't fall for the pressures. If you don't have any resolutions, not a problem. If it's last year's resolutions, not a problem. Shit happens, you know what I mean? It's fucking life, get over it. Deal with it. As adults, you have to kind of deal with it. So that's kind of my ramblings. Apologies for the shakiness. Jonathan did get me a one of these for Christmas. But I can't stop it spinning. So I thought it's better I just hold this until I've figured this out. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Like I've said before, if there's any kind of topics you want me to ramble about, or, my opinions on, I know sometimes I jump on the muscle ramblings with Jerome and Jonathan, and Nicole comes on there too sometimes. Obviously I'm not as kind of scientific, knowledgeable as them guys, so don't ask me any of those questions, because I ain't got a clue. But yeah, any other topics you want me to kind of ramble about, I might try and do a monthly update and kind of go from there. It's not going to be an every day, every week kind of thing, because I've got nothing to say. And I was always taught, if you've got nothing to say, don't say anything. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, rambling's over. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.